Hello, shallow, Tawnie, the Neuro Mermaid here. We're gonna have Maddie in just a moment for Survivor Sunday, and it's pretty crazy because life gets crazy. So that we've been able to do this so many years. This is year 6, and it's just really nice to touch base. And there's been so many times the conversations we've had have just pulled me out of a funk or recentered me for the start of the week, helped just connect with fellow survivors. So me and Maddie like to do this every Sunday. We try to do it around 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern. There she is.
Very excited to be joining you all for the first Survivor Sunday of January of the new year of 2025. I can't believe it. Tawnie is on right now. Great. So let's get her to join in. And super excited to do the husband and all of that. Hey, Tawnie.
Hello. Right? Oh my gosh, the first one of this year. It's incredible.
Wait, I love your glasses.
Thank you. Aren't they? They're so fun. I highly suggest fun sunglasses. Oh my God, do you have flower ones too?
Yes, I'm grabbing them. And last night, Tawnie, I went to my friend has a wig party every year. So I had this like
Yes, I loved your pink wig.
Yes, super cute pink wig and like all these fun sunglasses we were wearing with them. So I do have flower sunglasses as well now.
I suggest, because like after the holidays, it's like cold and blah, and everyone's taking down decorations. So like having fun,
There we go.
having fun glasses. Oh my God, I really like your all white ones. I need a pair like
What
that.
are yours? I can't.
Mine
tell.
are they're
I can't see. Are they yellow?
they're
Or
yellow. They're like little daisy type guys.
Wait,
Yours?
yeah, that's kind of
No,
like
yours are yours are like daisies. I don't know what yellow, all yellow flower. I don't know. They were
a yellow one.
They were just like cute and fun.
Anyone else have fun sunglasses? Put them on and join us.
Yes, we have the Bahamas, and you don't have to. Also, normalizing, when you're light sensitive, being able to have fun sunglasses. People then they're like, oh, those are cute, and so they just think like I'm being fun when sometimes I'm like sensory overload.
Exactly. But yeah, we are
daffodils.
It's a great way to start off the new year, first Survivor Sunday, with some fun shades.
I love it.
Stopping by to show some love. Oh, awesome! Thank you, Coach Angie. Sorry, I literally can't read. I'm like, what does that say? It must be the glasses.
I know it does. Well. You're like, hey, I get really close. Oh, okay.
We got a bunch of people.
We? We're both on Instagram. I'm also live on all the platforms, so I can upload it to our podcast.
But yeah, for everyone who's just joining on, or maybe you haven't before, Tawnie and I are 2 stroke survivors ourselves, both had hemorrhagic stroke, but it's kind of cool because we've had different ways that it affected us, and we just get together every Sunday and talk about just random stuff, life and recovery and different tactics and all sorts of stuff. So if anyone has any questions or comments, feel free to put it in here. We kind of just like freestyle these and talk about whatever. So,
and it's nice. I was saying to someone, I like that we do this. It's kind of like a refresher. We get to catch up, and sometimes when you're in a funk, having like a Sunday kind of thing to do is just like really nice, and it's grounded me throughout the years. Like, it's wild that we're on year 6. Shallow deep.
And honestly, it's something like I look forward to it every week, every Sunday. I'm like, oh yes, like I just love us like being able to come on here and chat about our recovery and our lives and just like all the stuff that's going on. Like, it's really helped me a lot to be able to connect with obviously you, Tawnie, but then everyone else who's on here too. And it really has helped me realize that I'm not alone. Like we're not alone in this. There are others who are going through it, and together we can help and support each other. And it's really quite powerful to know that.
100%. I mean, having the fact that we talk about, what day is it today? knowing that, like, I swear after Christmas and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, is like a blur. Like, I'm like, wait, how is it already the 5th? It's Sunday. What? Like,
Exactly. Sorry, I had to take these off for a little bit because I
yeah.
realized I can't see or read. So they're fun, but maybe just not the most practical.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch the comments. But nice to talk to both of you and everyone else that had a stroke, and we know what we're going through. Exactly. And
thank you, Jerry.
I mean, sometimes I hate the word normalize it because it's like, what is normal? But when you just hear other people being like,
Right.
oh, yeah, I'm going through this, or like, you know, I can tell you today, the only reason I have all this on was because it was really like I looked like, ugh, we needed to shower. I needed to do stuff. So I was like, either we can put some fun makeup on, and this was like my motivation. Like, I'm not going out, I'm not really doing much. So it was just like nice to get kind of ready.
Exactly. I see last day of winter break for teachers. So are you ready to go back to school?
I know.
Everyone get back into, a lot of people I think are probably off until tomorrow.
Yes. And so, parents, I know some parents, but then with the weird weather, my one friend up in Newfoundland, he's like, tomorrow's supposed to be the first day back to school, but it's also a huge storm, so they might not have school.
So yeah, any big, do you do any form of like New Year's resolutions or anything, Tawnie?
I do. I like to make goals, not resolutions. I also think it's nice to, I kind of like having a word for the year. I don't know if anybody else does that.
What's your word of the year?
So mindful, like I'm trying to just be more mindful in like what I'm doing. I feel like a lot of times it's like, why are you still doing that? And so I'm asking myself, like, my habits. I feel like I was in survival mode for so long that now I'm like, you know, I used to be like, I have to go do this so then I can nap and then go do something else. And now I don't need as many naps. So like, it's kind of cool to just change how you're doing things.
Yeah, I like that idea of assigning a word to the year, and that is kind of, I feel like, can guide the vibe for the year. I like that. And like also a nice reminder, like I just think of for myself, like maybe I should do that. Pick a word, because like I feel like a lot of times, you know, I can get a little like down, or you know, I go through phases as everyone does. And I recently like had one actually where I was just like not that motivated to like go out and socialize with friends and like meet people. And I keep saying like something that's very important to me is putting myself out there, getting to make new friends and meet new people, and all of that is like something that's very important to me. But I just wasn't feeling like inspired or motivated to do that. And you know, I feel like I'm in a rut. Like I have to get out of that.
Totally. In fact, this morning, that's why I wanted to put the makeup on and get myself, because I wanted to just stay in bed. I was like, I just feel so blah, so not motivated. And so I played music. Like, music helps me. Yesterday, I let myself have a low key day. I think it's important also to be like, if you're feeling blah, like it's winter. Just because it's January and this whole new year, like, everything's still asleep. Actually, the new year isn't supposed to be till like springtime, so don't feel like you need to.
Yeah, I need like, I don't know if I need to like make a list of stuff or like things that can like pick me up when I do like feel a little depressed, or maybe I think it might just be a seasonal depression. Like I just feel a little
100%
not as like happy and wanting to go out, but then I'm like, oh, but my goal is to get out and meet new people and like further my friendships and relationships I have, and like that involves me going places and, you know, connecting with people.
And that's why like mindful was my word, because last year it was like joy. I was trying to find more joy in things because I was going through, well, at the time I didn't know I was going to have another brain surgery, so it was actually worked out. But I'm glad some people said my word would be present.
Oh, I love the
Yeah,
present.
that's a
Really good
good
one.
one. That's kind of like with the mind, I was like, okay, I need to slow down and when I'm there, which is hard sometimes. Like right now, being live on multiple platforms, seeing questions, but it's
Mhm.
also so nice to be able to, like someone said, take the time on Sundays to connect. I mean, Maddie travels so much. If you guys see all the cool places we've gotten to go, like with Maddie, and she's helped me travel more because of I am a true believer in when I see people doing things, like it just motivates me. And I know there was a time in my depression where I was like, oh, that must be nice. I'll be totally honest. And then I trained my brain to be, if they can do it, I can do it. Like if they're out there doing it, I can do it too.
Exactly. No reason why not. And speaking of travel, that makes me excited that everyone, I'm trying to convince Tawnie to come to the Fast Forward Stroke Summit in November, or not November, in April in New York City. And everyone else should sign up and come too. It would be amazing to see you all in New York or in LA or both. So,
if you can.
And I see a comment here I missed before from Kay Zielinski. I recently became a grandma. One, congratulations. That's awesome. Recently became a grandma. I'm a stroke survivor, and I'm sad that I can't take care of my granddaughters with one hand. Just wonder if anyone is in the same situation, and if so, any tips. I mean, that's definitely hard. And like being hemiplegic, it has its difficulties. I wonder, Kay Zielinski, are you able to use your hemiplegic arm at all? Because like the way that I'm able to do, like to hold or pick up a baby or like my dog or something, is I basically do it mostly with my strong hand, but I will use my weaker hand to kind of like wrap around, and it's not like a perfect hold, but like it does make me such that I'm able to hold a small dog or a small baby. I mean, obviously you have to be careful and maybe practice, but
I mean, I know I can't fully relate, but I will tell you on the balance and the things of like I was afraid to hold my sisters, anybody's kids. I make sure I'm sitting down, but like also
sitting down I think is key. It's much easier to see this.
I started to look at things just being like I would rather have a little bit of the experience because it was like I used to be in it. I was very hands-on doing all the stuff. And then it was like I have to sit back and kind of watch. And it can be frustrating feeling that. Or you can look at it like how nice I get to sit back and like absorb. And I will tell you, I've had better conversations sometimes and got to experience some things because of instead of being in the chaos, I'm like sitting back watching and people just want you there.
And I think, like, when it comes to holding a child or a little baby, probably the way to start, I think, is from a seated position, just like, because it's a lot more controlled. You can have the baby, like, propped up on, like, the baby's head, like, you're able to hold the baby, and maybe if you can use your affected arm, can kind of, like, wrap around the baby as well. But yeah, that's how I pick up. It's my parents' dog, Harold. He's a little golden doodle, and he's so cute. But I'm able to pick up Harold and hold him, which I do, like a little baby sometimes, and I do it with both my
hands. I have to be held sitting down, yeah. And someone else said practice. I mean, I also know that there's like the pillow that the mom puts like to keep like supported. So there's like a lot of different
Exactly. Yeah, I think maybe just like starting to try it.
Can you do activities that don't include both hands? Movie nights, games. I love that. Like playing music. I can tell you some of my favorite moments, and like they just want your attention. And once you realize, I know you're like, oh, but I can't be hands on. I can't do this. Like, really, kiddos, as long as you can look at them and you can talk, yeah. They like my nieces and nephews, like I realized that. Like I was like, I can't run with them or like, and they did up at the lake. They're like, Aunt Tawnie, you're not gonna go. like when we go ride the dirt bikes, I'm like, no, I do not need to be on a dirt bike. Like, I'm going to sit back.
Yeah, exactly.
And someone said, if I am a mermaid. So a little bit behind the being a mermaid, it was after the stroke. I found the mermaid community, and then I was like, how cool would it be to have, and I have it, it's actually right here, my brain scan on a tail. So I have, that's the little brain aneurysm. So it was just to be able to transform it and raise awareness in like a really fun way was really impactful for me. And it was even better that it was something I'd never done before. So when I get frustrated and I'm like, oh, that's hard, I'm like, you're not really a mermaid. Like, you weren't a mermaid before, so this is going to be difficult. It's helped with my depression and anxiety. Like, I used to sit in the car and not want to like get out. Like, I was like, I can go live and be behind a screen, but being in person was a lot post stroke. And so it's been really nice. The mermaid has been a fun, glittery way to get over that.
Exactly. And like so fun. And I think it's so important as we go through our recoveries to notice like what are the things that make you excited or happy, and those can.
Oh, it just said you were in Maddi's.
Even be behind a screen,
it just
but
ended.
Being in person was a lot post stroke, and so it's been really nice. The mermaid.
It's so weird. Is she still alive? Okay, I do have a question. Hold on.
Even be behind a screen, but being in person was a lot post stroke, and so it's been really nice. The mermaid has been a fun, glittery way.
Is she still alive?
And like so fun, and I think it's
like
so important as we go through our recoveries.
Did Instagram just? I think.
Even be behind a screen, but
I'm just trying to make sure she's not still alive. Well, hold on. Let me just block some of these. Is this still live? Are we still live? It kicked me out. Okay, no. It ended. Okay. That was weird. Let me just text Sunny. That was so weird. It just ended. I wonder if Maddie's phone just died. Okay. Are you French Canadian? No. Je suis américain. No, I do have some French in me. Okay. See, now we can all talk properly. I can, and I do have lives where I just talk directly to you guys, but every Sunday, and you're probably new here, so hello, welcome. But every Sunday I go live with Maddi. So we're live together on Instagram. And then I stream it on the other ones, and it's going to go up on a podcast. So I'm actually going to end this in just a little bit, but I did want to answer questions and talk about some things. I do lives where we're talking right with each other. I also have had interviews and other things. I've been going live and sharing my healing journey. I had my stroke in 5/5/2016. So I was misdiagnosed because I was only 28 years old. And when I came out, because I had been bleeding in my brain for a week, they misdiagnosed me. And the thing is, yeah, I did see your apology, and I appreciate it. That's why you're still on here, Johnny. Thank you for not being mean. But you also you saw the comments that I was getting. So I've learned. I used to be super, super nice. But I'm allowed to also have a backbone. Just because you go live doesn't mean you need to let people walk all over you. And there's trolls and there's people out there. And yeah, so I stand up for myself and I just ask questions. But you didn't get blocked. You're still here. And I just think, of course, because I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for, obviously, there's doctors and all of those things, but it is a miracle because I was bleeding in my brain for a week, like the entire time. And when they finally went in there, they were like, oh my God, you're still rupturing. So the fact that I am walking and talking is completely a miracle. So God, source, whatever you believe in, I know that I'm here for a reason. And one thing I know is that I love to talk. I love to connect. I like to also be silly and be a fun mermaid. So yes, you will see mermaid stuff on here. I do swim in the actual tail. Like, I know they're fabric tails, but I love them. I have not got a silicone tail yet because my body has been changing too much. I just had brain surgery last year, so I'm not going to. Thank you, Tony, for that. Yeah, haters are going to hate. And honestly, it just helps boost me out to other people who are not hating. So you never know what's going to come across the algorithm. And I just say that my block game gets better. You hear the cat. I know, we're in here. Come on, serious? So I have a lot of pets, so you can see the aquarium. Da 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 da. I should do a lot. I need to do a come meet. We have snakes. There's a cat. Snakes, tortoises. We have a chicken. Hide that. Yes, miracles do happen. Nippon, shallow. And that's what's amazing about connecting is I get to come across so many other people who are miracles, and I'm forever grateful for that. So if you want to be on a live, if you do want to be interviewed, if you do want to share your story so that you never know who you can inspire or impact, please connect with me. So TawnieTheNeuroMermaid.com, but I'm Tawnie the Neuro Mermaid on all the platforms. Why so close up? Because it was a nice interview thing there. Wow. There you go. Happy birthday, Presley. I will. They say it's your birthday. Da-na-na-na-na. Nippon, I'm doing. Oh my gosh, I know. Serious, push the door open. Come on. You can do it. Come on, boy. So stay tuned. I had a cat. They loved the Dallas Cowboys. That was a funny joke. That was very, very funny. Oh, it's 222. Everybody make a wish. I'm gonna now edit. Sounds good. This part probably off, but the full thing will go on my Patreon. The reason I'm building everything over there is because your content can always go. So I love you. That might be crazy to hear, especially because a lot of you are like, this is some lady I've never met before. But there's people out there who hate people for no reason. So why can't there be people who just like love? Okay, we're just gonna give more love out there because it needs it. The world needs it.